Hello everyone. Today's topic is about the conception of hellfire. Why hellfire does not exist? Because it doesn't exist. Hellfire is just something that they created, religiously created, in order to put people in bondage, to put fear in people's life, to control people. Because if they tell you that you're going to hellfire, you will change some things that you're doing, you'll be afraid. So I'm going to reveal some deep secrets about this hellfire that people has been believing for many years. Okay? And why I know, not think, that it doesn't exist. Our ancestors do not believe in hellfire. It is only when religion came that they introduced hellfire to people. Because hellfire does not exist. There are some people who have had encounter with fire dimension. If you practice African spirituality, you know that we have dimension. We have water dimension. We have fire dimension. Yes. We have air dimension. We have earth dimension. That is the one that human beings are more attached to. But we also have the sun dimension and have the moon dimension, and there are many planets on this earth that people have not even tapped into. So I know that we use 4 dimensions, but me, I use 6. And the 6th dimension that I'm using is the sun and the moon. And fire, we have fire on earth and fire from the sun. So when you say it comes from fire, it's important to know which area of fire do you come from? Which dimension of fire do you come from? Is it from the sun dimension fire or Mother Earth dimension? Yes, Mother Earth have fire. This is why we have volcano. So what the fire people can do from the sun, the earth can do it as well. But the sun can create fire, but fire cannot create sun. So people in religious practices does not understand that there is a dimension called fire dimension. That is the fire element you hear about. And some people come from fire dimension without knowing that they come from fire, or they have deities from fire dimension, or they have connection with fire dimension, because some of us have combined elements. So when they have encounter with fire in their dreams, in near-death experience, they will think it's hellfire. This is why some people think about this hellfire and they use it to threaten people. There is no hellfire that if you commit a sin on this earth, that you go to fire and be burned. No. It's not a general rule that when you die, that if you commit any sin, you go to hellfire. But there is a punishment for every sin that anyone commits on this earth. And some of us on this earth are already suffering our sins, the karma, past life deeds. You know, we are suffering it on this physical earth. Why some people are already living in heaven on this physical earth. So heaven and earth, and heaven and hellfire is on earth, and it's also in the afterlife. If you have good deeds, you have lived well in many of your past life, if you come to this physical life, your life is going to be much easier. Also, your destiny contract, if you say you're not going to suffer in this lifetime, you're going to live in heaven. Your good deeds is going to help you live on heaven here. That's why some people, they don't suffer on this earth. They are living in heaven. Why some people, they are suffering on earth already. They are living in hellfire. There is war. People are suffering. People are struggling in hellfire. Your hellfire can be bigger than other people's hellfire. Also, or those other people their hellfire can be bigger than yours. That is the hellfire. That is the suffering. But it's not like everybody have one general rule that they will torture you in the hellfire. No. But we have spirits that come from fire dimension. There are spirits that lives in fire. So if you come from fire dimension, you are one of those spirits. But you will not be able to know about your dimension unless your spirit takes you there. And some of you guys that have refused to answer your call, or you don't know anything about yourself, when your spirit, the spirit that called you, wants to torture you, they might take you to the hellfire you're hearing about. And then you come back and you say, oh, they said I should do this good. Or they said I should change this thing I used to do. Your spirit guide, your personal spirit guide can take you there for you to change your life. The spirit that called you to answer your call, that is from fire dimension, can take you there. And some people that have fire element, fire spirits, fire deities, when they summon you to fire spirit, fire deity, the spirit can take you there and punish you. Some people that belongs to coven and court that have fire spirits, they might torture you in their fire room, your spirit. And then when you experience and you remember what you have experienced in your dream, you think you went to hellfire indeed, because they were punishing you. So fire, this hellfire does not exist the way these religious people talk about it. Our hellfire and heaven is our good and our bad deeds. If you have good deeds, you live in heaven, like you live a good life. If you have bad deeds, you will have a very bad life. And some of your bad deeds might make you, when you reincarnate back, you reincarnate like something that is vulnerable, like plants, like trees, not even good trees that can live for a long time, the one they can use, animals that they can use for sacrifices, and things that people will just be misusing at anyhow. That is part of your awesome punishment. The punishment is not like the religious people talk about it. Punishment can be that you're suffering on this physical world. Anything you do is not working for you, you're really struggling. That is that could be some of your punishment from what you did from your past life. So this is why it's important to live a good life, to have a balance, live good life, so that when you pass to the afterlife, you live in heaven. You have good life in the afterlife. There is life there also. If you don't have good life, when you pass to the afterlife, your afterlife is not going to be good. Like some spirit that have lived good on earth, we venerate them and give them libation, energize them. That is also for them living in heaven because of their good deeds. Yeah, so anyway, there is no hellfire that anyone is going to go when you have if you commit sin. But if you commit an abomination, a sin, you have punishment. But it doesn't have to be a hellfire unless someone summon you to a fire spirit. Or maybe your spirit guides come from fire, or you come from fire dimension and they want to warn you about something. They can take you to fire dimension. There is fire dimension. We have different dimension. And there are spirits that live in fire. When they appear, you see fire all over their aura. Fire spirit are powerful spirits. I have deities that come from fire, and when they come to appear to me, they are all everywhere surrounded in fire. Fire spirits, because people don't understand that there are spirits that lives in fire. And when I try to give them sacrifice in fire, yes, directly in fire, they will appear that you see their form in fire. Fire spirits. Some of the fire spirits come from sun. Why some from Mother Earth? Because Mother Earth also have fire. So anyway, it's good to live good so that you can have good deeds that will help your life, will help your family, your foundation for many reincarnation. If you don't, you will keep coming back to correct mistake, Why some of us, we are coming back, to help people because of many experiences we have built for many lifetimes. Yeah. So anyway, live good and know that this hellfire concession from religious people is fake. Religious people does not know that fire dimension exists. They don't know that there are spirits that lives in fire. They don't know that someone can invoke your spirit in fire dimension and punish you. And people that are having hellfire experiences, if you check, some of them come from fire dimension, they don't know. Or they have deities that come from fire dimension. They have connection with fire. This is why they have those experiences and they think that is fire, hellfire. So they come back to life and they start testifying about hellfire. They only went to fire dimension. And that fire dimension, since you don't know it, you'll be afraid. But for some of us that already have connection with fire dimension, we walk in fire. Fire does not hurt us. We do a lot of things with fire because we have the spirit from fire. Our deities, our spirit guides, or we come from fire dimension. So anyway, that is just about the hellfire concession